This is Mark Holmes from Delaware. And first off, I want to welcome everyone to the FGX Power Call. We have a lot of people listening throughout the United States. We have people listening all the way from actually the Philippines and Asia. So just to help you understand, we've got two special guests here on the call here tonight. One of which, some of you that know me, I'm not about hype or anything like that. But the only way I can explain this gentleman is he's an absolute legend in our industry. Rick Basil, someone that has been in the industry for over 3 decades, has helped over 6,000 people become millionaires. I still, to this day, I'm still amazed at that number. He's done millions and millions in this industry. So, Rick, he's going to help us with a snapshot as far as what he's seeing with this. He's also with the corporate team and a big part of our team. Also, we've got someone on the line here, Chris Thomas. Chris Thomas is actually my sponsor. A little bit about myself before I introduce Chris. Myself, I'm from Delaware. I've got a background in construction, and I was introduced to FG Express by someone just sharing a power strip with me. And I really had no idea what it was, but all I knew was I had pain, and I was dealing with pain on a daily basis. A lot of doctors were prescribing medications, which I'm definitely not a big fan of. But Chris Thomas, actually my sponsor, shared a power strip with me, and I used it, and plain and simple, it relieved my pain. It took my pain from about an 8 down to a 2. So I understood what it was, and I was helped, as far as understanding what the opportunity was behind that. And it's just amazing. We're going to go over that tonight, but I don't want to hold everyone up here, but I want to introduce everyone to Chris Thomas. Chris Thomas is a multiple 7-figure earner in the industry, okay? He's a major part of our team. He's a 6-star with FG Express. And Chris, are you out there?
I sure am, Mark.
Great. Welcome to the call, Chris. I appreciate you hosting this call, and I appreciate you letting me share here. And I'm going to turn it over to you, and we'll go ahead and jump right into it.
Wow. Well, thank you, Mark, for introducing everybody. My name is Chris Thomas. I'm a 6-star with FGX. I've been with the company now for about a year and 2 months, and when I found out about this company, it was because a real good friend of mine sent me a pain patch and said, you got to try this. I had never heard of anything like it, and it blew my mind. Minutes after putting it on a bad shoulder, the pain was gone. Am I saying that that's going to happen to everybody? No, but according to some pretty credible people, this product actually works. Some accreditation for all of you out there. The product is a Class 1 medical device according to the FDA. The product is listed as a Class 1 medical device. The product is also patented. Our product came to us because the president of the company was unfortunate enough to have broken his back, fortunate enough to find a chiropractor who was thinking outside the box. A friend of the chiropractor's was the inventor of this product, which is a South Korean scientist, and he was able to create a technology called infrared technology using natural ingredients. When I tried this product, it blew me away. Point blank, it was nothing. It was something like I had never seen. I'd been in this industry for 25 years at the time, for 26 years, and I said, you know what? How do you take a product in the multi-level marketing world that everybody needs? See, there's lots of stuff that people think they want, but pain is one of those things that if they're not reaching for a power strip, they're reaching for a painkiller. So we have an opportunity here in 2015 with a company that is already doing $7 million a month as a company and is what's known as in pre-launch. That means they're just getting their ducks in line. We're in a position right now where literally the best leaders in our entire industry are gathering together. And they're coming together and they're coming into FG not just because it is a great company, but really because the stars are aligning. The company is paying out large commissions. The company is growing beyond borders. As a matter of fact, this particular company does business in 190 countries. Okay, the reason we're calling this the Power Call is how do you go and make 2015 your launching pad? 2014 was my launching pad. I spent a year in the company knowing that I was way too early in the company to actually be part of the company when everything was fixed. But when I got involved over a year ago, there were still some challenges, and the company grew in spite of that because the products worked and the management believes. In 2012, this company was fortunate enough to attract an absolute legend. I'm hoping he's on the line right now, but the legend's name is Rick Basil. Rick Basil got into this industry about the same time I was born, something like 40 years ago. And I'm 48, just turned 48 this past weekend. And so, Rick, I'm going to ask you that question. But before I go any further, I'm going to ask Rick Basil, are you on the phone right now?
Hello, Mark and Chris. Yeah, I'm on the phone. Thank you.
All you had to say is hello. We know you're there. Thank you very much for being on the phone. This is called the Power Call, Rick, and why don't we just get right to it? I'm going to ask you a couple of really straight questions. We're going to do this call on a regular basis, and you and I are going to be able to touch people's lives in a way, hopefully, that isn't being done at this time in the industry. So why did you get involved in FGX, and what is it about FGX? And you don't need to give the long version, but the real version. There's some people on the phone that are really looking for some guidance right now, and they're looking to make a decision of what they're going to do in 2015, and why should it be FGX? Why shouldn't it be selling goji juice or selling vitamins or selling something else? Why FGX, and why did you come here? You can go anywhere. As a matter of fact, you don't even need to work. You've done this 3 times. I'm not going to let you toot your own horn. I'm going to do it for you. You've done this 3 times. The gentleman that's about to speak has seen the vision, walked into a company, developed that company as on the distributor side to the point where that company was $1 billion, not $1 million, $1 billion company. He's done it not once, not twice, but 3 times. After you do that 3 times, you really don't have to do this. But what else would you do, Rick Basil, if you weren't doing network marketing? That's my first question. What else would you do if you weren't doing this industry?
Well, that's the thing, Chris. You know, I can't see myself doing anything else. I'll be celebrating my 39th year in September of being full-time in the network marketing industry. Started back in 1976 with the Shackley Corporation, helped that company become $1 billion company after 12 years. And, went on to another company, MetaFresh International, and developed that in 5 years to $1 billion company. And then hooked up with my good friend, Mr. Ron Williams, our CEO and founder of FGX. He was with another company called New Ways International, and Mr. Bob Maurer-Steed, our international president. And, we went into that company. It was a small company. And, 8 years later, we were doing $1.2 billion a year in 43 countries. And at that time, that's when I met Bob Maurer-Steed and Mr. Ron Williams. And, we worked together as a team. And when Ron started Forever Green 11 years ago, and then come across this amazing, I call it the amazing power strip, about a year and a half ago, well, he created a new division of his existing company called Forever Green. And he called me December of 2012 and says, Rick, I've got Forever Green here, but I've got this product that's outside the box, doesn't fit in the box, and we're going to create a new business model for it, and I think we can take it to 190 countries. Well, that got my attention, and the fact that Forever Green was a publicly traded company, I saw a big opportunity in a stock play as well. And so July 5th of last year, we got the listing on the Power Strip with the Food and Drug Administration. That was a momentous event for us. They actually listed it as a Class 1 medical device for temporary pain relief. Now, it works, folks. The Power Strip is amazing. It works every time for everybody. It works within a few weeks, a few days, a few hours, and sometimes a few minutes. My 87-year-old father he could not open his hands. His fingers were locked inward like talons of a bird's claw. And he had constant pain for 5 years. He couldn't drive. He totally lost all of his quality of life. Well, we put a Power Strip below each elbow. Within an hour, the pain was reduced by half. He wakes up the next morning, and not only is he pain-free for the first time in 5 years, but he's got total flexibility in his fingers again. It was a total miracle. I never seen anything like it. Needless to say, I was sold on Power Strips. And, the technologies, there's 5 technologies built into that strip. And it uses germanium, which creates a far infrared spectrum of heat that causes pain relief. It has a cumulative effect in the body as well. Then we've got the solar strip, which is a total complete nutrition. You stick it under your tongue, and it's food from the sea. It's marine phytoplankton. What the whales eat it. Certain breeds of whales eat it. Some of these species of whales live to be 200 years old. And here's the kicker. They have sex until the day they die. I mean, that's amazing. So you put that under your tongue, it's a complete nutrition. Then we have the beauty strips, which is, for skin care, that's just melts the wrinkles away. And, then we have a management team, a corporate management team here. In all my 39 years of doing this, I've never seen a more powerful management team than Ron Williams has put together. Collectively, all of us together, and there were 6 of us from the original company that became a billion-dollar company a few years ago that are on staff here now. But we've got over 250 collective years experience of running network marketing companies. And the fact that we've got a worldwide business model, 190 countries, you've never met anybody on this planet that's alive and breathing that you've met that you can't sign up. And, that's we're making history. Every day we're open. We're doing 3 things that are first in our industry, and it's never happened before. Number 1, we've got a Class 1 medical device for temporary pain relief listed with the FDA. Nobody's ever had anything like that before. And here's the question you asked everybody. Do you know anyone that's got pain? If you do, if they do, the first thing everybody thinks of is himself, of course. Then they start thinking of all the people in their life that's got pain. Well, it's that simple an approach.
Let me stop you right there because I want to ask that question. That's the next question is, in this industry that we call network marketing, what you just explained, to be quite honest with you, Rick, sounds pretty sophisticated. And let's just assume that you're not you don't have a college education or you're just a regular person. What I loved about multi-level marketing when I was introduced years and years ago through diet cookies was the simplicity of it. You give someone a cookie, they lose weight, you make money because they buy it through you. You create a distribution channel by teaching them how to do the same thing. Very, very simple. How would you say, when you think about the Power Strip, for example, does that apply? Do you have to be an expert in the field of technology, or is this something that you can just, it seems to me, and it has been to me, like something that I can just hand someone, put it on them, and let the strip do itself? And that's what I think people are looking for, because there's a lot of supposed professional network marketers in our industry, but that doesn't mean anything. See, unlike other titles, whether you're a doctor or an accountant, professional network marketer does not give you a paycheck. Okay? What gives you a paycheck is taking a simple system, plugging it in, and getting paid every day. And don't get full of yourself. Understand what this really is. It's a mechanism that was created by people who understood distribution models. So I think that's important. Rick, when you're looking at the vitamins and you're looking at the different types of products, how does a Power Strip as far as ease of entry into the market. How do you've been doing this for a couple of years, you've been seeing this. I mean, this is a no-holds-barred call right here. So how do you deal, how do you think that it stacks up as far as ease of conversion by just being able to put this on, or would you rather have to sell them a supplement or something? I mean, and I really mean that because you've been doing this a long time.
Well, it's very simple, Chris. Here, this is the training program we have at FGX. This is the power strip. Put it where it hurts. It's that simple. Put it where it hurts. The question is, do you know anyone that has pain? Then you put it where it hurts. Everybody. It works for everybody every time. And the third thing that we have that's making history, the second thing that's making history in our industry that's never happened before. We've got a pay plan that pays out. Listen to this: 62%. That's unheard of. Nobody has ever done that before. Nobody's ever had a compensation plan like we do that pays out that much. I mean, if we're a $1 billion company, that's $620 million in commissions we're paying out to the field. I mean, that's incredible. And you look at that power strip and you think to yourself, well, I wonder what it costs the company to make that. You know, and you think to yourself, nickels, dimes, quarters, it ain't much, you're thinking. And so we can put a lot back into the marketing plan and the pay plan. And the fact that you can build if you come into this business and you sponsor two people, and they sponsor two people, just like multiplying a penny, every day for a month. And what you wind up with at the end of 31 days of the month is like $10 million. Well, That's the same principle we're talking about here. You sign up two people in the FGX plan. They sign up two people. They sign up two people to keep multiplying. And in 6 days, you've got your money back that you put in it.
Well, let's take that, because once again, this is the FGX Power Call, and let's hear what Rick Basil just said and place it into application. So what I'd like to do right now is go to Mark Holmes. Mark, do me a favor. I know you have some people standing on the line who, like yourself, have had an amazing product testimonial that led to the introduction into your FGX business. Maybe you can just take it away and give us the testimonials and go with the testimonials, and then hit it back to me when you're done.
Absolutely. Thanks for letting me share, Chris. And Rick, appreciate you being on the call. It's an absolute honor to work with people like yourself. But myself, like I said, I've got a background in construction, and plain and simple, I've been beat up over 27 years. It's the easiest way I can explain. And, I've got a lot of back problems, and I'm not going to bore anyone with my situation, but I was dealing with pain on a daily basis. And you, Chris, thank God you shared a strip with me and took my pain down from 8 to a 2. And, that's all that really mattered. I was just sick and tired of the medications, the Percocets and all of that. But that's really what hit home for me and really helped me understand the opportunity here. But we've got a lot of other people out there, like Stephanie Makula. I heard you out there, Stephanie, from Utah. Maybe you can share your story and how the power strip helped you.
Yeah, when I was introduced to the power strip, I've suffered from severe neck pain since I was 16 after a horrible car accident that I had. Chiropractor, constant, and I guess you could say I was addicted to ibuprofen. I know that's not good for us, and it's like I'd rather take that than be in the pain that I had. So when I got the pain relief from that power strip, I was hooked at that point. But I'll tell you something that happened this morning at about 3 a.m. I had a horrible earache. And I haven't had an earache like that for years. I can't even remember the last time. And I had remembered somebody saying that they had tried a power strip on the back of their ear. So I cut a little strip of the power strip and just put it behind my ear. And within about a half an hour, I did not have any pain in my ear. And the whole day, I have just had that power strip there without taking any medication at all. So that was exciting to me. So that's my little story, and I'm sticking with it. No pun intended.
Great. Thanks for sharing, Stephanie. I appreciate it. Also, just like Chris is talking about, you understand how this can help you, but you start thinking, like Rick said also, you start thinking about who else you can help. And my mother is another person that I shared the strips with, knowing that the strips helped me. And my mother's name is Dottie. She's from Delaware. Dottie, are you out there?
Hi, yes I am. Happy to be on the call tonight. Just want to share a little about my story. I'm a little older than you all are, but I've had severe back pain, lower back pain, for many, many, many years. And Mark said, Mom, try this patch on your back. Well, I used 2 on my lower back, and believe it or not, I have no pain. I have not had any pain since the day I started using them. And another thing, I was sort of hunched over, and now I think I'm standing pretty erect with it because I'm able to, because I don't have pain. And that was my way of saying it feels better being hunched over. Well, I'm not that way anymore. So, yes, I'm a firm believer. I love it, and I will never, ever go without one again.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, thanks, Mom. I appreciate you sharing. And there's nothing better than helping your close family with pain as well as financial pain, too. So with that, back to you, Chris.
Man, thank you so much, Mark. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Dottie, for sharing. That was fantastic. That's an example. I mean, this is like I said, this is a FGX Power Call. This is to give you, if you're a person and you're considering owning your own business and you're considering working from home, there's nothing easier than to place something on someone. What we did a call last night and talked about a 90-day plan and how to get your FGX business going. And one of the things we talked about was make sure that you place one of these strips on one new person every single day for the next 90 days, and then follow up, and then show them how to get the product that they wanted. If all you do is that, you're going to build a big business. So with that, Rick, let's go right back to you. My next question is, I had wanted to ask you this for a very long time. Rick, why would you even work? Why would you even do anything? I mean, and I mean this. I mean, nobody asks these questions, and I guess coming from the radio, sometimes I'm not exactly politically correct. But honestly, why would you even want to do this? Network marketing, if done wrong, is the worst experience in the world. Network marketing, if done right, is an absolute paradise and dream. How are you able to set yourself apart from so many of us who our picker doesn't always work in multi-level marketing?
Well, Chris, my last company, I was very successful. We created 6,000 millionaires in that team, and we're doing $1.2 billion a year. $200 million a year, and I retired. I sat on and played golf, went fishing, and then Ron Williams called me, and I was bored to tears, and he told me about what he was doing, and I got excited. And when I realized how much help the Power Strip would help people, I decided to dedicate the rest of my life taking the message of FGX to the suffering peoples of the world. Because this is amazing product, and we're taking the message of health and wealth to people in every country. Well, and I plan on spending the rest of my life doing this because it's a fraternity of people that all dedicated to one cause, and that's making people feel better and making people's wallet feel better. And it's I couldn't do without it. I tell you the truth, I couldn't do without it.
Well, let's talk about that. I mean, I had never, over the last 25 years in the industry full-time, I've never been able to travel outside the country, or I never traveled outside the country much. until this last year. And in this last year, because of my affiliation, because of my distributorship and my own decision to build an FGX business in pre-launch, I was able to travel to the Philippines 4 times, Malaysia, and then all over the United States. And I even made a move from Baltimore out to California. And I just want to let everybody know that it didn't happen magically. It happened one day at a time. You're living a fuller, more quality life. I know you are, Rick, because I know your personal life, and that's pretty amazing. A lot of that, and people need to understand, when you do a network marketing company and you do it right and you're with the right team, a lot of good things happen to you. A lot of things that you can't touch, you can't feel, you can't explain, but it doesn't happen when you don't have all the stars aligned. And, I want to talk about that. What kind of financial, can you make money here? There's a lot of reasons to come here and kumbaya and hold hands and everything else, but can you make money here, Rick? Let's talk about some of the people that have been able to have extraordinary success. I'm a 6-star with the company, and I've had a banner year with the company financially, but I'm the tip of the iceberg. You have to understand, and Rick, you were here before the big incursion came in, and now you're here as that first massive wave of players have started to come through, and you're able to see some came, some left, more came. I mean, that's real. That's real network marketing. I want, what is it like? What kind of money and what kind of lifestyle? I mean, you've now been out there. You've traveled the world. What are some of the? Maybe you could share 1 or 2 or 3 stories with us of some people that have already had some amazing success, just so we understand that this is because of FGX. What we're talking about is because we chose to build a business one day at a time with this company for the next 20 years. That's the goal here. And maybe we can, talk about some of the successes or just give an example, because, I mean, there's some pretty amazing stories that are going on that even I don't know all the stories. Maybe you could share some of that stuff with us.
Well, yeah, Chris, we're still in pre-launch, and our official launch is in May in Las Vegas, 25th, I believe it's 25th of May, and that's when we're going to officially launch the company. That means we've got all of our ducks in a row, where we've tested everything. We've got our marketing laid down. But in our pre-launch era here, we've already got 3 people that's already earned $1 million in pre-launch since we started a year and a half or so ago. I mean, that's amazing right there. We've got lots of people making 6 figures a month right now. We got lots of people making 5 figures a month, hundreds of thousands of them right now. And we're just getting started. We just got a handful of people in the company, relatively speaking, maybe 100,000. And, that's another thing. Right here in the United States, we probably got less than 15, 20,000 people in the entire United States of America in FGX. That's how wide open it is. And the biggest advantage one can ever have in network marketing, folks, I'm telling you from experience, is being first. Getting in on the ground floor is the key here, and that's where we are, and still in pre-launch. And we got a chance to build. Well, the goal of my goal has always been in network marketing is to build a large downline, build it once, and see it pay forever. And that's what we got here. We got products that stand alone. You can leave a power strip. You can power strip someone and walk away from them, knowing that you're going to get a call the next morning. Or the next day, 2 days after that, saying, "What in the world is this thing that you gave me? I mean, this thing really worked. It took my pain away." And that's the power of these power strips. They really work for everybody. And the fact that we're a publicly traded company, that everybody can own a piece of the company by purchasing stock. The goal here is we're a penny stock right now. And the goal here is to get it to a couple of dollars a share, take it to NASDAQ, and then get it to $20 a share and take it to the New York Stock Exchange. That's where you can own a piece of the rock and just buy some stock, forget about it, let it ride, and see what happens, and a big payoff down the road. So we're We got all the elements here to be a giant company, ladies and gentlemen. You know, most people I know over the years in network marketing, unfortunately, have made a career out of network marketing. They've jumped from network marketing company to network marketing company. Well, myself, I've only been with 5 companies. This is my 5th company in 39 years. I had a 12-year run with my first company, sold it, still going today. That downline is. Had a 17-year run with my last company, sold it, it's still going, and retired. And like I said, I come out of retirement. The chance to work with my old pals, Ron Williams, Bob Mauersteed, Jack Etheridge, Alan Davis, Jorge Alvarado. It was, it was just a wonderful thing for me to be reunited with them. And I told the fellows, I said, guys, we're not starting over here. I said, we're just taking up where we left off. And that's what we're doing. We're building. We have a vision. Ron Williams is one of the biggest visionaries I ever met. He's a genius. And he created this business model, and I compliment him for him every chance I get. But, we got a vision to be a giant. This is a career company. That's why we use the phrase here, when you come to FGX, we say, welcome home, because this is a home. And you only have to build it once. It'll pay forever. And the fact that, we got 3 positions of entry here. We got what I call good, better, and best. The good is a $169 package. Come in and get a few samples of everything, try it out, kick the tires maybe. The better one is a $500 package, and you can't sell out of an empty wagon. You got to have product. And when you come in with a $500 package, you get vested at 2-star for 3 months. And you got enough product to put out samples, because it's all about putting out samples. And the best package is a $1,000 package, $999, and you get vested also for 3 months as a 2-star. That means when you're vested as a 2-star, that means you're just starting out, but you're getting paid like you're a 2-star, even if you ain't one yet. You get paid for 3 months until you have time to fill it out. So it's a great deal, and it's a $300 savings off the product prices when you come in with that the best pack. We call it the All-Star pack. And what I tell everybody to do, the first 72 hours after you get your product, you put it out, you mail it out, you hand it out, and you send it out to as many people as you can. And because it's seed for your business. And the idea that you can give a pack of power strips to someone and let them use it themselves, and then put it out to everybody in their circle of influence that has pain in their life, and watch it start spreading like wildfire, because it works for everybody.
It works
for everybody.
No question. Rick, 2015, what's important about this year is, up until now, and you got involved at the very tip of the spear, and everybody else is right there, and that is, you saw this before it was even created. You saw this in the incubation of the entire process. Now here we are just days before the official launch of this company in May. And, what would you suggest that if you're new, or if you're experienced, and if you're on this call coming from Rick Basil, what's the one thing or the few things that we have to do right now, every day, before a convention?
Well, I like to say it this way, Chris. Whatever you do when you get started, that's what your whole team's going to do. Because when you're sitting down with somebody and they say to you, well, when you got into business, what did you do when you get started? Whatever you tell them that you did, that's what your whole team's going to do. So my recommendation is to come in with the $1,000 pack, the All-Star pack we call it. Get vested as a 2-star, because it's a stair-step position. There's 8 steps in the plan all the way to the top, and 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, all the way up to 8-star. We call it All-Star. When you're an All-Star, you're making $1 million a month. I mean, not a year. We're talking about a month here, and you work, but you come out of the gate, you get paid like you're a 2-star just for purchasing that All-Star package for $1,000. And you got enough product to put out samples, because samples are your seed. And the more samples of the seed that you put out, the more you're going to reap a crop. And what I like to tell people to do is give everybody that you ask everybody the question, do you know anyone that has pain? If they say, well, I do, well, give them a packet of the power strips. And with the condition that they put it out to everybody within their among their friends and relatives of people that has pain, let them try it on them and watch it grow, because it will. People will sign up right and left. This is the easiest thing to sign up people in I ever saw in my life, and because it works so well.
So you're saying that let's just put down the gauntlet right now. You're saying that if people will do something as simple as asking someone, do you or anyone you know have pain?
Yeah.
And if all they're willing to do is do that, now here's my challenge to everybody listening on this call tonight, and that is between this call and the next time we do a call, I put a challenge out there for every single person on this call to actually write down every person that you're willing to say this to. It doesn't matter their reaction. It doesn't matter the result. What matters is that you're doing it. It's the mechanism of doing it. And how many times are you willing to do it? Let's say the next call we do, Rick, is in 2 weeks from today. Okay? And we'll do more and more and more, as we're growing. But let's say the next call we do is 2 weeks from today. Then I imagine if every single person on this call goes out and does exactly what we said and records it and sends it to their upline enroller, letting them know what they did every day for the next 2 weeks. What are those numbers going to look like? It's more important to put enough patches out and put enough patches on people. Is that something that Mark, you're out there, you're still on the moderator line, is that something that you would like?
Oh, absolutely. That would be incredible. I mean, it is that simple. It's just a matter of just going to people, putting a strip on, asking them instead of how are you doing today, how are you feeling today? I've got this ache in my back. Well, here, let me give you a power strip. But absolutely, it's a system of duplication. If everybody did that, everybody's business would just blow up like crazy.
Hey, Mark, and not just saying, giving them a power strip, put it on them right there on the spot.
Exactly. Don't give it to them. Don't even give it to them. And don't say, this is not a sample. This is a gift. And if you're going to accept my gift, you're going to let me put it on you. If you're not, then I'm not giving you a sample. This is a gift. Make them understand that. Place this on them, like Rick said. That's the difference. People want to know the difference in success and massive success. It's that little statement that Rick Basil just made. Guys, we are so lucky to have Rick Basil on the phone with us. You talk about a captain that can guide the ship. Okay, so, what I would like is, Rick, would you be willing to do another one of these calls in a couple of weeks?
Oh, absolutely. It'd be a pleasure, Chris.
Fantastic. Then maybe what we'll do is we'll set that call up. We'll get it in a couple of weeks. Anybody that's on this call, start to place this patch on, not one, not two, as many as you possibly can. Treat it like a true mission. You said it best, Rick. This is a business. If it's a business, then you need to get enough product to make the business viable. Do you want to make a little bit of money? Do you want to? If you're really thirsty and you have a water hose that's just dripping one drip at a time, and you're really thirsty, that water hose isn't doing much. If you're really thirsty and you go to a fire hydrant, you're going to get more than you can handle. But if you get to a nice water faucet, that's nice, clean water that does it the right way, then you have a home run. That's what this is. This is giving you the chance to blow up your business and do it from day one in a very clean way. Rick Basil, thank you so much for allowing us to be basically in your living room. And so what
hey, Chris, can I make one comment
chat.
here?
What's that?
Can I make one comment here?
Please.
One of the top distributors in the company has put together a powerful recruiting tool that will do the recruiting for one and present the whole program. And if everybody's got a pen and paper, write this down. It's a website called 333works, WORKS.com. 333works.com. It tells the whole story. It's about a 30-minute presentation. It's one of the best I've ever seen.
Wow. Well, there you go. 333 works. If Rick Basil says it works, then more than likely it does. So, if you say it's good, I'm going to be on it right away. I'd like to throw this call over to Mark. Before I do that, Rick, I'd like to thank you so much. This has been a great experience for me to be able to be on a call with you. So thank you for that time, and good luck to everybody out there. Do just listen in, ask questions. This is a business it's a volunteer army, first of all. There's no employees. Nobody works for anybody. Okay? So you chose to be here, and we're glad you're here. So with that, you started the call, Mark Holmes. I'm going to throw it back over to you to finish it.
Well, thank you, Chris. And I just want to thank everybody for being a part of this call, the FGX Power Call. Also, too, I just want to thank Stephanie, Dottie. Appreciate you taking the time to share your stories. And Chris and Rick, I really appreciate your time tonight, and I know everybody else does. Hopefully, everybody got some great nuggets, some great notes, and there's three types of people out there. As there's people out there that the product hit home with you, and you may not be so much interested in the business. That's okay. The product works. Use the product. And there's the second type of person that, is really interested in going forward with the business. You might have some questions. Get back to the person that shared this with you. They're more than happy to help you understand. And there's the third type, the person that just really gets this and wants to take off and just go gung-ho with this from the beginning. Don't wait. Get started. And everybody, thank you for your time, and we will see you on the next call. Thanks, everybody.